Tabor Talk. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talk. So, good week for Joe Rogan so far. When he's not going after the left or not talking politics, this anti woke nonsense, whatever, he's very good, right? And you start harking back to the old classic Joe Rogan where, we all loved him. So, Oliver Stone was on Monday. He uploaded that. Actually, it was Monday because the basketball game, Game 7, Celtics Heat. By the way, the Heat won. Boy, that was a crazy ass series, but I'm not going to talk about that. Oliver Stone actually brought it up. Of course, Joe doesn't know sports. All he knows is combat sports, which is what I'm going to talk about in this video. So MMA number 140. Let me just put this here. Oh, there it is. Oops. Gillian Robertson. Here we are. Just a little taste.
But just like animals were my thing. And then it was just kind of left field. I started kickboxing when I was 16.
Mm-hmm. Just for fun?
Yeah, I really don't know where it came, like what the idea was, but...
Where'd you start? What gym?
Okay. At Dean's Gym.
So Gillian Robertson, strawweight. Let's see, where does she? She's 115 pounds. She's Canadian. 5'5", 115 pounds. Little girl. Black belt. She's got a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and she's a killer. I mean, she is very, very good. So it's so interesting how women's MMA really started, I would think, with Ronda Rousey. She was the real first woman. Like, wow, she could beat a guy. There's no question about it. And even to this day. I mean, there's nobody that could compete in the men's division, but they are, no question about it, they've definitely caught up. And what's interesting is that they're a lot of them are very feminine too, if you know what I mean. So it's not what you would think, stereotypical, like, I don't know, butchy or something, butchy lesbian or whatever. I guess some are, who cares anyway. But it's interesting, she doesn't have any of that. I mean, she has the red or orange hair, whatever that is. So I hear from some guy saying, like, I could kick the shit out of this girl. Like a big guy, a guy who weighs 200 pounds. And I'm like, I'm not sure. I don't think so. Here's the thing. Like, if you don't know anything at all about grappling or jiu-jitsu and chokes and all that, it doesn't take a whole lot of strength. It's like technique. For example, like arm bar. Like literally, if your arm's out and you get them into fulcrum, and basically that's what you're doing. You see an arm bar, you literally could tap someone out, provided you have this like this with one finger. So you don't really need that much strength. So hypothetically, Gillian Robertson is, let's say, Aaron Judge, right? Baseball player, 6'7", 285 pounds. She could tap out Aaron Judge. That is provided Judge knows absolutely nothing about grappling and physics. So he probably does. Most people kind of do now, the basics. And even with my situation, so I have a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. And I remember the first time, and I remember grappling with a guy who was much smaller than me. I was way stronger, about 150 pounds. He was a black belt, and he just totally destroyed me. Totally destroyed me. I was like, how is this even possible? And it's all, well, again, it's physics, and then the whole thing with jiu-jitsu is finding space. All right, so they don't tell you that when you're a beginner. They just throw you in with the lines. Of course, you grapple with the white belts and all that, but they don't really. I don't know why that's a kept secret. I kind of know because of big, muscular, strong guys could kind of take advantage of that, I guess. They want you to learn technique. But when you're grappling, if you don't know anything, you don't want to space. So if you don't know anything about jiu-jitsu and you're grappling with a black belt, tuck your neck in and keep your arms close. Because what they're doing is just trying to look for space. You see just a half inch and they'll put you in an arm bar or whatever, and even with your legs too. That's scary stuff, So anyway, excellent podcast. All of Joe's MMA episodes have been terrific. Joe asked some really good questions. What you love about Joe is his passion for the sport. He really loves it, and he's not just out for, like you say, when you're watching the UFC fans, they're looking for three things, right? They're looking for violence. You know, they're just the casual violence, the drama, number two, and then the people who are actual martial artists who love and appreciate the sport, looking for technique. And that's with Joe. He's not really. Well, I'm sure he likes it a little bit. We all do the drama. I'm not the violent stuff. That's not my thing. Looking for technique, and actually, I'm kind of repulsed with some of the stuff. I hate when someone's out and they continue ground and pound. All the guys do it, guys and girls do it. I always brought up Jorge Masvidal when he knocked out Ben Askren, and like boom, he's completely knocked out, and boom, boom. Francis Ngannou does, like, they all kind of do it, and it's kind of a weird thing. I would like to think if I were ever a professional fighter, that if I knocked someone out, that I would have to. Oops, oh, my wife is walking in. Anyway, so there you go, nice and short. Gillian Robertson, very nice person, and again, they're all nice. They're all nice, except for Jorge Masvidal. There are a couple dicks. I don't like that guy. And there you go. All right, good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding here at Tabor Talk.